Wolverine, Deadpool, Fantomex, Psylocke, and Angel versus Apocalypse. This story is heaven. This takes place a while ago, before the death of Wolverine and the death of Deadpool or anyone. It's a cool series and probably one of my favorite X stories, and I want to bring it to you. Deadpool is standing on the head of a gargoyle looking down. Why did the Nickel jump off the building but the Dime didn't? Then he leaps off into the green pool beneath him. Dime had more sense. He lands on a platform and he leaps over the green liquid until he walks into an evil looking room and he looks around. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. Omnia's fortress of impending doom inspires dread, sets the tone! Then he fires a grappling line onto the structure and he pulls himself up. What manner of evil lies within the Citadel de Cripsville, ponders our hero. He pulls himself up and he looks down at a ritual going on. Individuals surrounding a sarcophagus. A woman is then sacrificed in front of his eyes willingly, and the coffin begins to open up. It's him, no doubt, Deadpool says to himself, but before he can act, he hears something behind him, and a giant beast leaps in at him with an axe. And that's when Psylocke wakes up with a gasp. Angel wakes up next to her, asking if that was a bad dream. The dream that she just had was of her killing Angel because he lost himself to the Dark Angel inside. Dark Angel is deep inside of Warren, and Psylocke is the one keeping it in check. If she were to remove the hold that she has on his mind and Dark Angel, it would fracture his mind. It would make him broken. But Angel is okay with that. He feels that there are times where Archangel's brand of justice may be needed, and he thanks Betsy for her help in keeping Archangel at bay. For everything else, he has X-Force to handle it. But after they talk about their relationship for a minute, a call goes off. And Warren knows only one person that has that line. And if he's not dialing him drunk, it may be an emergency. Meanwhile, over in London, Fantomex is on a job trying to acquire goods that aren't exactly his when Wolverine interrupts the job to make him aware that they have a secret meeting to get to. Wolverine, Psylocke, Angel, and Fantomex all load up into Fantomex's ship and they get on with their mission. The call was from Deadpool, and it was a red alert. He needed help and the target was something huge. The ship reports that they have arrived and the team gets to work jumping past the green liquids that Deadpool was near before. Wolverine then begins tracking Deadpool's scent and he follows it to a big ugly statue sitting off on its own and he pops his claws and he leaps in. Wolverine is known for his tracking skills, so when he decides to attack a statue, there's a reason, and the statue responds by swinging at him. Wolverine begins to cut into it, and then it digs its axe into his shoulder, infecting him with something, possessing him. He turns and he sees Angel. Bloodshed, horror, gore, lost! And he leaps at Angel with his claws ready. Murder, fire, wrath! Psylocke jumps onto the beast's back and begins to dig her weapons into its brain, patching into it psychically. Then there's a feedback as she hits the ground telling everyone, fire is the only solution! Fantomex luckily can make people see what he wants them to see. Misdirection, he calls it. And he points at the beast and he tells him, the girl is the one. The beast stops, grunts, and it seemingly explodes. And when Psylocke asks what happened, Fantomex tells her that he made the beast think that he was in love with Psylocke. And it didn't agree with him. She then patches into Wolverine's mind, fixing his rage. And the team presses forward. They find Deadpool strapped to a table and they let him go. Deadpool leads the way out of the building. And as he jumps in to attack some of the guards, he asks the most important question. How do you kill a circus? Go for the jugular! And he cuts the guards' throats. They all leap out the window and onto Fantomex's ship before escaping. But as they leave, Wolverine asks Warren, how long has he known about Apocalypse's return? Warren explains that he had Deadpool hunting down leads for years, all for this moment, the moment that he returned, and he intends to be the one to kill him, by any means. The team regroups and they go through a little research until they discover that Apocalypse's followers and his horsemen have brought him to the moon for training. They suit up and they ride Fantomex's ship into space, but as they get closer, war opens up by smashing the front of their ship. They crash in hard into the structure on the moon, and war appears before them, smashing into the ship even further. The ship is actually Eva, and it's linked mentally to Fantomex. He can hear her screaming out in pain until she's gone. As Deadpool runs back in to mess with War, the group looks up to see another of the horsemen tapping on his drum. Rat-a-tat-tat! And Angel takes to the skies, screaming that he's going after him. But as he gets closer, he's dropped as soon as he gets close in severe pain, as this horseman is Famine. Meanwhile, Deadpool is dodging War's attacks, singing, War! Good God, y'all! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing! And he tries to open fire, but War grabs him and throws him across the moon. Deadpool bounces across it, stating, ouch, crap, damn, ass, damn, crap! And he lands in front of a woman with an umbrella. Hello, pretty moon lady. He stands up with his sword ready and she opens up her mouth, revealing hundreds upon hundreds of insects. Back with War, Wolverine has a plan that involves using the low gravity, and he picks up War and he throws him into the sky so Fantomex can throw a grenade at him. They seemingly have killed War, but that's when they realize they didn't do crap, because a guy in a magic carpet is carrying War back in. He lands next to them, striking them with the Black Death, Pox, and Consumption, and they all hit the ground as all four of the horsemen assemble in front of X-Force. Wolverine isn't done yet, it though, he gets up fighting against the magic carpet guy, only to discover that this guy can transmit disease through metal. So, with Wolverine as close as he is, he's now dealing with every disease within the world in his body. Fantomex distracts the pretty bug moon lady with a misdirection, while Deadpool pulls himself to Warren and pops a Deadpool tent, bringing Warren inside. Warren is struck down with full famine and he's wasting away, so Deadpool reaches into his belto pouches, dropping pop rocks and soda into Warren's mouth, telling him, "You just need some carbs, buddy," but it isn't enough. Meanwhile, Wolverine is pushing through every disease known to mankind to get closer and closer to the Horseman, and War brings Psylocke back to his chambers, because this is the same guy that exploded before, and he's still in love with her from Fantomex's last misdirection. The Horseman finally gets his hands on Wolverine, and he looks at him as he's wasting away until there is nothing left of Wolverine, and that's when Fantomex's misdirection fades away, and the Horseman realizes that he just struck down the bug moon lady with every disease killing her. While this was going on, Fantomex got Wolverine out of there, so Logan asks him, "Where are we at? Are we winning?" And Fantomex informs him, "Not even close." Logan and Fantomex sneak into the building and they go deeper and deeper, while Deadpool is still stuffing Warren full of soda and pop rocks. But Psylocke, she managed to use War being in love with her to get away, and she walks into Apocalypse's room. She will end this herself, but she sees what Apocalypse is. He was reborn as a child. Deadpool decides that Warren needs even more protein if he's gonna pull through this, so he begins to cut off pieces of his own arm to feed to Warren. Warren asks him where he got it from, but Deadpool decides he probably shouldn't tell him. Wolverine and Fantomex jump in, cutting and shooting up as many of the guards as they can as they ride the bodies of the guards down into the chambers of the evil facility. The Horsemen then all walk out and bombard both Wolverine and Fantomex with everything, killing them. Or did they? As Fantomex has once again misdirected them. Eventually, Wolverine, Fanto, Deadpool, and Warren all recover enough to get into the core chamber where Apocalypse is. And inside, they find Psylocke standing in front of the child. She raises her blade to her teammates, informing them that they will not touch a hair on this child's head. Wolverine steps forward. "Okay, Bets, ease down." And Angel tells her, "Man or child, we cannot allow him to live. He isn't a child. He is a bloodthirsty monster." Psylocke stops him there. "No, Warren, he is a child, a mutant child, and if we kill this boy for what he might do, then what does that make us? Heroes who stopped the Armageddon. How can you be certain of that?" Angel and Psylocke begin to go to blows, and he shouts, "Logan, do it!" So Wolverine pops his claws at the child crying, and even Deadpool is stunned. What do they do? This is a child, and Wolverine can't do it. Betsy's right, Warren. We can't do this. So Warren gets up swinging at both of them, and he walks to the child himself. The child begs, "I won't do anything wrong. I swear, I swear." But Warren is determined, and gritting his teeth, he tells him, "You can't help yourself. You are Apocalypse." And then he falls to his knees. "I can't do it." Psylocke runs to his side. "We understand, Warren." And then, blam! A gunshot goes off and everyone looks stunned as Fantomex took the shot and he killed the child with a headshot. He walks over and he closes the boy's eyes, and everyone silently loads up back into his ship and they begin to fly home. No one can believe what just happened. They killed the child. They killed him in cold blood for crimes that he may commit. And this is where the first tale ends. There's quite a few books in the Uncanny X-Force that follow Wolverine, Deadpool, Psylocke, Fantomex, and Angel. And I loved every bit of this, and it gets a little confusing, and trust me, I think you're going to enjoy this ride. So if you liked this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel to make sure you get X-Force videos every time we put one out, which should be every week, provided we don't have any problems with our schedule. And I hope to see you guys back here soon. You can follow me on Twitter at Comicstorian and Instagram at Comicstorian, and I'll see you guys next time right here, hopefully.